my name's Jessica and I am the Organized Mama. I help families just like you with organizing tips, tricks, and tutorials. I know most people are like, during tax season, but you don't have to be. I promise I will get you through this. So my dad is a CPA and he gave me some really useful tips to help you get organized for tax season. All right, tip number 1 is going to sound kind of crazy, but I promise it'll work. Pull up your tax return from last year. Why this sounds crazy is a lot of people are like, that makes no sense. Like taxes are done, I already turned them in, I don't need to worry about it. Well, if you actually look at last year's tax return, you can collect a list of all the things that you claimed last year. And that's the best starting point, right? Like you can make your list directly from your old tax return and collect all of those documents. Now, I know some things have changed, but it's a great starting off point so you aren't super overwhelmed, so you aren't running around like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I need, and you're just kind of like grabbing random things and you might forget something. Take a deep breath and start with last year's tax return. The second tip is actually taking your time to collect your deductions. Okay, so deductions are things like your mortgage, interest, any cash contributions, any non-cash contributions like clothing or furniture that you donated. Collect all of those. Like really make sure you go through everything and like get all your money, right? Because that's what you want to do. So take time and actually collect those. The third tip I have is if you started a new business, well, you need to think about the business expenses that come about with that new business. Think about all the new business costs that you have collected over the year while you got your business up and running, and make sure that you write them all down. Now, lots of things can happen over the year, right? You could have a baby, you could buy a house, you could have sold a house, you could have been unemployed, moving expenses, military, all of those things, you should collect any documents that you have for them. All of these things are very useful for your tax information. I really want you to collect everything that you have from the previous year so that you can be super organized when you start to file your taxes. My final tip for you is to get a folder. And on that folder, I want you to write down all of the stuff you collected for this year, okay? So if you have your house documents and business expenses and donations and the mortgage and interest on investments, all of those things, write them all down on the folder, okay? And then mark the folder for the following year. Then all you have to do next year around this time is pull out that folder and you will have a complete list of everything you need for your taxes. And you don't have to be scrambling. You don't have to look at last year's tax returns, although you could, it'll still be helpful. But still, you have the list already and you can just drop directly into the folder throughout the entire year. So you just grab that folder and you are ready to go. If you still want more tax organizing tips, I have you covered. Over on theorganizedmama.com, I have tons of little tidbits that will help you get organized for tax season. Love these tips? Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. There are new videos every Wednesday.